All right, what's up, guys? So, day 13 of 60. And so, for today, I want to talk to you guys about the topic and lesson of sticking with one thing for long enough. And so, as you guys know, I mentioned Alex Hormozy pretty much most videos, especially on this accountability 60-day sprints. And so, when I started my journey, I discovered Hormozy and I was like, who the hell is this guy? I see myself in him. And I vividly remember him talking about you need to stick with one niche, one offer, and just stick with one problem to solve for one character until you make your first $1 million in revenue. And so with this, I said to myself, okay, I'd be an idiot not to listen to Alex Hormozy because this guy, and what you guys will realize is that people who are at the top echelons in business, they really started out, or at least in the online money making space, they started out at the agency. Hormozy had a gym agency, Iman had a marketing agency, similar thing there. And then they transitioned, into private equity eventually and bigger deals and whatnot. And so it's really about the person that you're going to become at the end of that $1 million in revenue. And so the lessons that you learned, the wisdom that you gained, the hardships and all the good things that you go through, that's what it's worth fighting for and doing the work for. And so you need to stick with one thing for long enough. Now, if you're still under $1 million a year, which is sub $83,000 a month, roughly speaking, you should not be switching niches constantly. You should not be changing business vehicles and going from agency to e-com to Amazon FBA. They all work, okay? Every single business vehicle, guys, here's the truth, they work. And so if you say to yourself after, 5 months of running an agency, this niche doesn't work, it's like, no, you don't work. Unless you picked a completely terrible niche, then that's the problem. But as long as you make sure that the vehicle is correct, then just stick with it. And so in my journey personally, I said, yeah, let me listen to Alex Ramosi. Let me make $1 million in revenue with SMMA in the roofing niche. And I'm only going to run Facebook ads for these contractors until I hit 80K a month. And then from what I understand, in order to actually grow at that hockey stick accelerated growth, is you want to grow with your clients. You want to think of yourself as a growth operator for these people. So not only meta ads, but hey, let's get you on 197 a month website and SEO subscription. Let's get you on Google Ads, right? So it's back end deals and offers that once you have success on your initial package with your clients, then you can make so much more money, additional services, additional months, or whatever it so be. So there's still so much money to be made, and that's why I discuss pretty often the idea of back end LTV and how if you have like 20 to 30 roofing clients, you probably have an additional like $40,000 in back end revenue that you can make over the course of like 60 days. And that's a fact. And so and so making this come full circle, which is you just need to stick with one thing for long enough. As you continue to stick with one thing for long enough, you're going to get really freaking good and gain specific knowledge at your craft, at running Facebook ads, at becoming a really good sales person or sales spokesman person, or becoming a really good leader, a really good manager, a really good ops manager, and becoming a really good business person. It's really about gaining the skills at the end of the day. And so with this, the highest paid people the highest paid people on earth have the most skills. Okay. It's like, think about Elon Musk. He's the highest paid person because he receives in proportion to what he provides value wise to the marketplace. And so not many people can think about putting rockets and humans on Mars. Not many people can do that, right? So that's why he became a trillionaire, and which is even crazier that he became a trillionaire, and then when he IPO'd, he made an additional $1 trillion in like less than a few days because the individual stock went from like 130 to like 230 or something. And going back to you though, if you're a sub $1 million a year, stick with one niche, one offer, one avatar. Just solve one problem for these people. Make it work, become really good, gain specific knowledge in your domain, and then you're going to start increasing your prices as well over time. So you're going to make more money as you become really good. And so the returns pay off, it compounds onto itself. And so I hope this video was of value for day 13. I'll see you guys for day 14.